So we are teaching according to this book, the path to liberation, seeing life in many special ways. So it is a translation of Vipassana. With many special ways. Vipassana is seeing. So seeing in many special ways, especially seeing as a nature, impermanence, seeing as a dukkha, suffering, seeing as another non-self. So to understand the non-self, so we need to know what are materialities in this body. Also, we need to know what are mentalities in this body. So we have learned materialities. Also, we have learned mentalities. Mentalities is Citta and Cetasika. Citta and Cetasika. So, Cetasika has 52 factors. 52 factors. We can see in the page 29. So 52 factors. Cetasika is arising together with Citta. Citta. Citta normally itself. The characteristics of a citta is just gaining the object, getting the object. Citta itself cannot say go that something like water. Water normally it is pure, no color, no taste. But if you get mango, will be mango water, or something like that. If you add poison, become poison water. Water change or may have different types. In the same way, citta itself is just one. The characteristics of citta is just gaining the object. That's all. But based on Cetasikas add inside the citta. So citta may change or based on functions. Sometimes based on functions, citta may become different name we get. Sometimes based on base, may have different names. For example, some citta arise in the eye. If so, we may call eye consciousness, eye citta. Some may arise in the ear. If so, it is the ear consciousness. Something like that. Some are based on base. Some are based on association. Some are based on functions. May have different sense. So, because of this citta, we may see in the last page. Evil citta is 12. 18 rootless citta. Kamavachara Savana 24. Vibhavasara citta 15. Arvavasara citta 12. Lokodara citta 8. Altogether 89 cittas. So become many numbers. Many numbers. So actually, as a characteristics, citta is just one. Just gaining the object, getting the object. For example, now you are listening to my sound. So consciousness is just getting the sound object. Just that. For example, if you are happy to hear, it is become good citta. If you add, so sound is not nice. So not happy. If so, maybe not good citta. So something like that. Okay, these citta, whether a few cettasika, at least 7, one factor is a citta, 8, become 8. At least 8 factors arising together. So at least 8 factors in the mind, at most maybe 34, 33 factors arising in our mind in one time. So citta and cettasika arising together in our mind. At least citta is 1, cettasika is 7, it is at least. So those are mental factors arising together, not just one. For example, now you are listening to my sound. So what factors inside? Citta, gaining the object, it is 1. Phassa, contact, my sound, contact, mentally contact. So phassa, vedana, feel my sound. Some people happy, feel happy. Some people maybe feel neutral. So some people even can be sad because of something maybe broken English. So it is one of the factor. Senya perception, marking. This is sounded to go or not go, like that. Senya, phassa, vedana, senya, cetana. Cetana is a volition or stimulation. So among the factors, one of the factors walking. Please listen like that. So it is a cetana. Jivat indriya is a bit difficult to know. Protect the other factors. Manasikara is paying attention. One-pointedness is concentration. Collect the other factors to pay attention. Just this is sound. So these are factors. So in the same way, one of the factors is videka. Videka is putting the mind towards the object. Please listen like that. Vichara is sustaining the object. Janakābhivaṃsa, those things may help. So those are factors in the mind. Viriya, for example, effort. Try to listen. Some lazy one, once it's difficult, they reject, not listen. Energetic one, although it is difficult, try to listen, try to understand. So it is an effort. Something like that. Those are factors arising in the mind. So, so to teach those mental factors, usually we use when we see something, what kind of factors arising. I will repeat again. So it is Indo process we call Indo process. Indo process. Indo process. When we see something, the mind process, minds are rising. So why we see something? Because we have eye sensitivity into the eye. If someone blind, why not have this process? Because we have a Buddha statue or flower, we have chance to see. If no object, it will not arise. In the same way, because of light, there is a light. If no light, we will not see. Also, because of paying attention, it is also one of the causes. So there are 4 causes: eye sensitivity, color object, and light, and attention. If there is these causes, this one surely will arise. If one of 4 fail, so will not arise. So what a process? So once the color object impinges into the eye, first of all, past bhovinga, still sleeping, noisy. After that, vibrating bhovinga, sleeping, just shaking, resting bhovinga is stopping bhovinga. This is sleeping. Although eye and color is impinging each other, we are still sleeping about 3 moments. After that, 5-hour wanting consciousness start to know the object, color object. 5-hour wanting is the mind advances towards eye, using eye. When you are using eye, you will not hear the sound. So in the same way, now you are 2 things doing. One time is using eye, the other time is using ear. So hearing time, not see. Seeing in time, not hear. This is just seeing in time. 5-hour wanting consciousness. It is usually we call it attention. Attention in the aeroplane. They may say, "May I have your attention, please?" They switch off a video. Because if you are seeing a video, you will not hear. So they know. Because of this, they close video. Please give attention to the ear. So if you are seeing, paying attention to the eye, you will not hear. So because of this kind of mind is we call idle wanting consciousness. So after that, eye consciousness. Why we call it eye consciousness is because of arising in the eye. Idle wanting is here in the heart. I know. So seeing consciousness, receiving consciousness, investigating consciousness, determining consciousness. After that, 7 jhana. Jhana. We call it jhana. In English, impulsion. After that, 2 dharamana. It is a Sutta mind. After that, bhovinga, sleeping mind. Sleeping mind. Jhana is this can be good, it can be bad. Fully experience the object, very much emotion. You see the Buddha, Buddha is very good or something like that. If so, can be kusala. If you think Buddha may not be real Buddha or something like that, so yeah, akusala mind. So this is we call seeing process. Here sleep again. So idle wanting consciousness, seeing consciousness, or receive the color object, investigating, checking the object, determining, decision the object. After that, jhana. Jhana is a fully experience the object. So it can be good, can be bad. Evil mind or wholesome mind is here. So after that, sleep again. So after seeing, another one is mind door. So mind door, adverting consciousness. Mind door process. Mind door process is we start vibrating bhovinga. Once we think something, our sleeping mind stop. Normally, we sleep in between. Seeing and hearing in between we sleep. Eating, smelling in between we sleep. So a few sleeping. So that is a vibrating bhovinga. After that, resting, stop bhovinga. This is a sleeping mind. After that, we try to use a mind door to think something. It is a mind door wanting consciousness. Mind door wanting is you revert towards something. Now you are sitting here. You can think everything in the world. About your home, you can think. Where you revert. So meditation, if you want to practice, maybe you may revert to the breathing, or you may revert about something. So here many things are many. So based on what you think, maybe, for example, I may think about the flower. I may think about the cup. So it is a diverting mind or where I divert. So it is a mind or diverting consciousness. So after diverting consciousness, 7 jhana. normally, for the normal people, 7 jhana, 7 times. After that, 2 dharana registration. Because we have said, not much explanation. After that, one got sleep again. So 7 jhana means here many things. For example, my mind may advert something to the flower. The flower is nice, maybe okay. So my mind may advert about something. For example, if my mind adverts towards the one I hate, this anger mind will arise. If I advert towards the one I respect, maybe good mind may arise. So it is a mind or jhana can be good, can be bad, based on previously we have said, like decision, inclination, habit, and proper attention. This place can be good. So normally we see something, after that we think, see and think. So now you see me, not just seeing and thinking. In the same way, if this is an iyado and mind will work together. Listen and think. Only here may change. Instead of eye consciousness, hearing consciousness. The others are the same. In the same way, if we smell something, we get smell. This is become nose jaw process. After that, we think, oh, what smell? What is the name? What kind of a shoe? It is expensive or not? Maybe coming from where? So it is a mind. So in the same way, eating time, we eat. So this is a done process. After that, we think, it is a good or no good. Some people might eating chili is the same. Some people say good. Some people say bad. Doesn't like. So once we eat, what taste this is? Cheap or expensive, organic or not organic. So many mind. So it is eating and thinking. So in the same way, once we touch something, so touch something, what is touching and thinking? What is this? Something like that. So Aindo and Mindo, Yaro and Mindo, nose jaw and Mindo, tongue jaw and Mindo, body jaw and Mindo. It is in your mind arising. Because of this, when you are meditating, if you don't want to pain, you try to think about the breathing. If you can keep it here, you will forget everything. Not because of no pain. Pain is there, but you didn't pay attention. Your mind stay here. So will not know what is happening in the leg. So, but some people are very stingy in their body. My body may pain. My leg may pain. So if we pay attention, those painful feelings will come out. So because of this, if you are practicing meditation, just trying to think about here, so not trying to think about the body. If so, may not be pain. So this is normally this is mind arising within you many times. So what is the jhana mind? Jhana mind is previously we have said. If we practice vipassana, this is mind. For example, if you are trying to discerning materiality, mentality, cause and effect, this process arising. So process, nature, dukkha, this is process arising. So how to have a jhana? Last session I have taught, and now how to have a further fruition, how to have attainment. So if someone practices vipassana, this is mind arising. For example, earth, other element. This body is made of earth. If so, this mind is arising. This is a vipassana mind, good mind. So in the same way, water, trying to see. So in the same way, as others in nature, impermanence, suffering, non-self. If so, this mind is arising. So vipassana mind is this process. Here is a good mind, one of 8. Kamavachara, Mahakusala, one of 8. So 7 times. So one is a consciousness, phasa, contact, vedana, feeling, something like that, senior perception, many factors as a jhana, the function arising. So it is a vipassana process. If you practice vipassana in this way, finally you will see about this body, materiality, mentality, cause and effect, and impermanence, suffering, non-self. Seeing in this way, not only body, outside things also, seeing impermanence, suffering, and non-self. So wherever you see, whatever you see, all arising and perishing. So when you really improve, this time you will get attainment. If so, will be like that, vibrating, resting, bhavanga, and the mind or watting. This mind. After that, parikama. Parikama is preparing for the path. Upachara is near to the Mecca, near to the path. Parikama uchara, nuloma. Nuloma is a conformity of path. Quadrable, changing in lineage. So, changing in lineage. No eraser. So, changing in lineage. So, this is actually jhana, the same as jhana, but get different names because of near preparing for the Mecca, Parikama, Uchara, near to the Mecca, Nuloma. These are Bali names. Conformity of Mecca, quadruple, changing lineage. As an ordinary keeper, this is the last stage. After that, Mecca, path, you may say path. After that, fruition, 2 or 3 times fruition. After that, bhavanga, sleep. So, the object of this mind, until here, the object of this mind is as an impermanence, suffering, non-self. The object of this mind also nibbana. The object of this mind is nibbana. So, as an ordinary, you can see nibbana here. But this mind, we don't go fast seer of nibbana. Although see nibbana very beginning, not so clear. So cannot remove defilements. So usually in the scripture, only this mind we say fast seer of nibbana. There is a path, Mecca. So here has attainment. So this is as an ordinary people, this is the last stage. This is become noble person. So the object of this mind is nibbana. So for that person, anytime you can see nibbana. No more despair. It is not changeable. So very stable. So this is a fast and noble person. Very short time, just 1 second. After that, until the next step, this one is the second noble person. It is the first pair. So the body make a person. So first pair, 2 noble person. So if you want to get the next step, practice vipassana again, the same thing. So this process will be done again. When you are improved, this process will be again. If so, the same thing seeing in nibbana, but more clear. it is the second pair of Nubapasa. So practice again, third pair of Nubapasa. Practice again, fourth pair of Nubapasa. So 8 Nubapasa. After fourth time, you no need to do anymore. So finished to become Arahanta. So all defilements was gone from the body. So after he passed away, no more new life. So no more new life means no more suffering. People want to have life, but don't want to have suffering. It is impossible. According to Buddhists, if there is a life, there is a suffering. That is aging, sickness, death. It is a suffering. To stop all suffering, not trying to trying not to reborn. So not to reborn is this way to practice until Arahanta. Arahanta, they can dispel any attachment, any craving about their lives. Because of this, although they do actions, not becoming karma, which can produce a new life. So they're still doing actions, good deeds, but not becoming karma. Like something you have money, but you don't want anything. So money is not useful. In the same way, they are still doing good deeds, but because of this good deeds, what you want? Don't want anything. Even a human life or Brahma life, so they don't want to get anything. So, although you have money, if you don't have any desire to get, that money may not work. So after he passed away, the body and mind cease, stop. So no more rebirth. So no more aging, sickness, and death. So no more suffering. So some people say, where mind was gone. So in the Ratana Sutta mentioned like a candle. As long as you have an oil to support fire will have a flame, will have a fire. If no more oil, fire will stop. Where it gone, you cannot see, because of no more spotting. In the same way, all the Arahanta, this body is because of previous karma, wine still having, but no more new wine added. New wine means like a craving, karma, like that. So after this body ceases, no more reborn, no more rebirth. So it is a stop suffering. Yeah, this is a how to say further fruition process. How to gain attainment as a process. So it is a brief mental process to understand. Yeah, now you are seeing anger on my dog, listening ear on my dog. So how to get jhana, how to get attainment. It is a briefly, it is a mental process. So another mental process we may need to explain. So it is near death moment. Near death moment. So near death moment, according to teaching, by seeing process, with the seeing process also can die. Normally may die with the mind process. If so, vibrating, resting, bonga, sleeping mind, mind or start to think, mind or departing consciousness. In the near death moment, you may think something. What will you think? While you are channeling your mind. So it is a mind or departing consciousness. So after that, 5 jhana, only 5. Normally 7. Normal time 7. Why it is 5? because it is very near to death. Within 1 second, we die. The body very weak. Because of this, it cannot be 7 times, only 5 times. That is the last process of life. So after 7 jhana, 2 the dharana may arise, may not rise. After that, bhavanga, sleeping in mind, may have, may not have. After that, chuti, we call it chuti, death. Death moment. After that, a new life. Patisandi, we call it rebirth. Patisandi. Rebirth. After that, sleeping in mind, 16 times, like that. It is a new life. So, so this is old life. This is a new life. So, death and rebirth is actually the same as this is mine and this is mine. The same. No waiting like 7 days or 49 days. 49 days. So here done, here rebirth suddenly. But where we were reborn, it can be different. So if we may go to hell directly. If so, hell is a spontaneous being, suddenly become once. It is a karma. Because of karma, no need to go into the mother womb. So although you want to do anything, they will not know. So they are suffer already. So if animal life, usually may go to mother womb. Although you do donation or something to share merit, why not know? If you will go to human life, so here go to the mother womb. It's a small things. So although you do anything, koti or donation, why not know? If you rebirth in the Deva realm, suddenly become once 20 or 16 age, like that. So very happy that it's very different from human realm. So very good place, good destination. So that one will forget any relatives. Although you are doing a donation, why not know? You are missing, but the beings are happy in the new life. So if so, you although share marriage or you will not care, already good. So normal people's destination can be in the hell, animal, human, and deva. Another one is a ghost. We call it beta, asura. Beta is a different kind. Translation is ghost. So some are very far from people in the forest, big body or something like that. Usually ugly because of evil deeds. So some are staying nearby, waiting your donation to rejoice. If someone reborn in those realms, waiting nearby, you can say 49 days or 7 days. Actually not waiting. It is one of life. One of life. And those are dependent on others' donation. So if you do donation, if he can rejoice, can change suddenly from the suffering to the happiness. So it is we should do sharing merit, especially for those beings. But we may not know where he was born. In the hell or in the animal, in the ghost or in the human or in the deva life. Some may know, some may like haunting, giving sound or something like that. If so, you will know. So because of possibility is 5, like hell, animal, ghost, human, and deva. It is a normal people's possibility. Only one realm you can share merit. The other one even will not know. So if you meditate, if you got jhana, you can reborn in the Brahma realm. Jhana. So Brahma realm is body have light, no need to eat, anywhere they can fly, something. It is very sure. The mind also very different. You can know before you die where you were born if you got jhana. So it is very sure. You have a, how to say, sure ticket or insurance. Insurance. So if you don't have a jhana, no insurance. High realms are waiting. So depending on what? This mind, especially this mind. This is mind door. For example, this is mind, good or bad. Based on that, you are destined. Will judge your destination. So normally in a near-death moment, may go itself. We may not be able to control, may be able to control, not so sure. Not so sure. So if we can control, yes, surely we're trying to have a good mind. The mind may turn to the Buddha statue or something like that. If someone understands, because it is a very important time. So sometimes we may not be able to control the mind go itself. So maybe now you are listening to Dhamma, this object may appear in your mind. So if so, okay, you are going to human or deva. So usually appear. 3 kinds of sign may appear. 3 kinds of sign means now you are listening to Dhamma, you feel this feeling. Near that the moment may appear itself. Like listening to Dhamma. Even you may count the Chaita Chitasika. So it's okay. It's good to be like that. So this we say karma object. The sign of karma is you may see these flowers or white wall or something bindings or surrounding people appear in mind. If so, it is the sign of karma, we say. Another sign you may see destinations where you were born. So if you were born in Singapore, maybe the boat shape you may see on the top of 3 buildings. Maybe your house Singapore signs, and so you should know, oh, I was born in Singapore again. So like that. So it is destinations. So 3 signs. One is the same feeling, like here. Another one is like these flowers surrounding people. Another one is destinations. If you are reborn in Deva, you may see mansion, Deva female, Deva male. So although near that moment you may smile, so other people will know it is a good something peacefully will die. So based on this jhana, good or bad. So because of this, if it is near that moment, we need to be careful, trying to have a good mind. So if it is we can control, but normally we go according to flow itself. Because of this, we need to do a lot of good deeds to have a habit. Because a good person always trying to think good things. Bad people, bad thinking occasionally come. So meditating is one of the practice. We try to think a good mind all the time. So although trying to think of breathing, the mind go here and there thinking badly. So even now, not so easy to control if we don't practice. But if someone practice, very easy to control. As long as the eye is closing, the mind is there. Don't move. Why they don't move? Because they have spent a lot of time with this object. So later become habit, something like that. So it is near that the moment process, how we die. So death, rebirth, it is very close. But it is a changing point. Body can change from human body to the animal also. From the human body to the deva body also. Very big changes is there. So it is a process in the near-term movement. So in the Buddha's teaching, everything very clearly mentioned. Even how our mind arises, what are destinations, how to go, what is the causes of those destinations, everything mentioned quite details. So it is about the mind, about the Cetasikas, how to arise briefly. So especially it is to understand as a non-self. Because normally if we see something, we think, I see. But what is the I? Or it is my seeing. What is the me? So when we see something, consciousness use eye sensitivity, take the color object. Color also, not I, not me. Eye sensitivity also arising and perishing. It is also not I, not mine. Like that. Eye consciousness also, once you listen, no more seeing. It is also arising and perishing. So what you say, I see. Who is seeing? Seeing is just seeing. So color object also no I. Eye sensitivity also no I. And so eye consciousness also no I. Because eye consciousness is seeing is once you listen, you will not see anymore. Already passed away. So anything, even in color object, it is impermanence, suffering. Suffering means this flower you see very beautiful. You see back after 2 or 3 days later, you will throw away. So it is changeable. So impermanence, non-self. So what we see is impermanence, suffering, and non-self. In the same way, eye consciousness. By using this, we see. How about this eye? A lot of disease can be. You can ask an eye doctor. I always say after 6 months you come back. So many different kinds of disease possible to have. Occasionally ache because of seeing a phone or using computer. So something like that. So a lot of disease is there. So not have a stability. So because of this, it is also suffering, impermanence, changeable. So young time we can read the whole day. Now we cannot. After 1 hour, we need to rest about 2 hours. like that. So if all time, 30 minutes, after seeing 30 minutes, need to rest about 2 or 3 hours. So something, it is changeable. So impermanence. Because of this, but we identify this is my eye. Why you say my eye? Not my eye, because of many connections. Mind. This is a mind means no connection with others, not common to all, just yours. It is you can say mind. But about the eye sensitivity, once the weather is bad, the sun very hot, your eye will spoil. Why you say mind? That's connected to the sun, connected to the weather. Once you happen to eat bad food, so it may affect for the eye. So connected to weather, connected to food. Also, if other people hit your eye, also can be blind. So not really ours, not really yours. So connected to many things. So, but if we try to identify or occupy, just we will suffer. no result. Because of this, a practitioner always trying to think. It is impermanence, it is suffering, it is a non-self. If we reflect in this way, right, we see in this way, that way is for liberation. Although problem may come, may happen in the heart, we may not suffer. Because we already think earlier time, no more attached. So we may try to care for the eye, trying to eat good food, may stay under the cold weather. Although we do, we need to hope it is possible to survive. It is impermanence, suffering, non-self. Need to think again and again. In the same way, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, everything in the body. So, because of this, the Buddha's way to practice is not to attach to everything, even the own body. Whoever attaches those things surely will suffer. Everything in the world, it is changeable. So no one can stop not to change. Only to understand changeable things as a changeable. If I understand, we will not worry, can accept peacefully, calmly about the changeable things. So it is our aim to practice. So practicing Vipassana is about the soul. Not only soul is two kinds. Some people think inside the body there is a soul in one place. It is just their view, no reality. Soul, this word, just a word, but nothing reality. So because of this, that view we call a wrong view. Just a view, no reality. If there is a reality, okay, but no reality, no soul inside. To know that, we need to take out everything. We need to understand everything. How we speak, how we see, how we move with this hand, for example, how we listen, how we think, even in dream, how we dream. For example, we need to know everything about this body. For example, if you learn about the car, you may know how the car runs, how make a sound, how make light. So, what is the function of wheel? What is the function of petrol? Everything you may understand about the car. If so, you may not think there is a being in the car because it's very clear every part. But children may think there is a being inside the car. There is a soul because they know yet how to say divide part and part. So Vipassana practitioner trying to know everything about this body, how to work. So it is to clear the view of soul. So it is one thing. Another thing is still have other thinking. This body is created by someone. That soul is outside, not in the body. Soul is outside. Someone creates this body. So it is we call a Brahma-Adam. Brahma-Adam. So we say superior soul, not in the body. So there is this view also. So to understand, to remove this wrong view, it is a wrong view actually, not have such kind of person. Some people, whatever you do, just you trying to, how to say, apologize or confess that person. So okay, you are no problem. Like that, someone will take a responsibility. If there is a reality, it is very good. Whatever you do, okay, no responsibility for you. But we don't believe it is a reality. So just in their view, so no reality. Because of this, as a Buddhist, we cannot do evil deeds. If we do evil deeds, we will suffer. So no one creates us. Because of this, for the Buddhist view, it is not reality, but not so easy to remove this view. How to remove? So need to find out the causes. If we see, why we see? What are the causes? Someone create or not? So, for example, if we see something, so there are 4 causes. One must have eye sensitivity. Someone blind, no one can create to see. Will not see. So, if there is eye sensitivity, if there is an object, visible object, if there is light, if there is attention, these are 4 causes. If there are these 4 causes, one will see. No one can stop. If one of these 4 fail, for example, switch off light, all the objects are here, you will not see. All those things are here, you will not see. So who will create? Cannot create. In the same way, if someone blind, so no one can create to see. So in the same way, if you don't pay attention, some people are opening the eye, thinking about something. If so, will not see. Although this flower is very colorful, very beautiful, because you are thinking of it, not using eye, you are using mind to think. Maybe something worry about something. If so, you will not see present object, although opening eye, like that. In the same way, now I'm talking continuously. If you think about the other things, you will miss my sound. What is it talking? So, like that, attention you need. So, about the seeing, these are causes. Eye sensitivity, eye consciousness, eye sensitivity, color object, light, attention. Because of these causes, these seeing process arise. If you know these causes, why not arise? If so, you will understand about the seeing, no one creates. So it is just a cause and effect. In the same way about the hearing, it's quite similar, only a little changing ear sensitivity. So in the same way, smelling, eating, and touching. So even in this body, why in this body, for example, physical body, now we have a flesh, this skin body. So one cause is food. If you don't eat about 2 or 3 days, your body will reduce. So one portion is produced by food. So another is mind-born materiality in this body. Some people worry continuously. If so, appearance will change. Will not be fat, very thin. Once we see, we can know. This is one lot of worry, stress. So another one is weather. The weather you stay. So some people from some country, they are very beautiful. Why? Their weather is very good. Most of people are beautiful and strong. So if some countries, many people are very ugly, possible their weather is not good. So yeah, it is very obvious. Once we switch off aircon, body may change, uncomfortable, sweat will come out. So one portion is produced by temperature. Another one is karma. It is a bit difficult to understand. Something karma we have done in the past. It is, we may say, gene. And gene is different. Although we eat the same things, different result will come out. Because Some people's gene is very good, so can do some mistakes about the present cause, no problem. Some people, like karma bone materiality is very weak. If you do little mistake, will suffer very much. It is a karma bone materiality. Although we are eating the same things, but the problem may not be the same. Because the original gene is different. So about the physical body, there are 4 causes: food, temperature, mind, and karma. So no one creates. If you think someone creates, you try to eat better food. You tell creator, please create go once. It is not possible. So you must find right reason, trying to eat good food. So in the same way, if you stay in the bad weather, the body cannot be good. In the same way, very worried mind, a lot of stress, body cannot be good. So these are the causes of physical body. So you try to understand, Vipassana practitioner may practice. If you're hungry, trying to see body. After eating, trying to see body. So some changes you may see. In the same way, cold and hot, sometimes it suddenly change. You try to notice your body. Some changes you will see. So in the same way, mind, happy mind, sad mind, body will change. So practitioner will see that. So if you try to see cause and effect, this is a cause and this is the effect according to Buddha's teaching, you may be able to remove, create of you another soul, superior soul. So about the soul, 2 kinds. One is inside the body. There is one of like beings, soul, permanent things. It is just a wrong view, not reality. So to remove that, we need to understand what are materialities, what are mentalities. To remove a creative view, we need to reflect cause and effect. If so, we will be able to accept another non-self. Okay, this is about the explanation of non-self. Now we were trying to see about the nature. Nature is second page. Actually, the definition of nature is 10 kinds, 10 synonyms. 10 synonyms. Because the Buddha is clever about the saying, using vocabulary, can use different kinds to understand for his disciples. So about the nature, the Buddha explained in 10 ways. Actually, can be more than that. If you read Buddha's teaching, these can be found in one place like Visuddhimagga or Abhidhamma. So number 1 is nature. Nature is impermanence. Why have to say impermanence? Because of cannot go beyond impermanence. Everything have an ending point. So you may try to read powerful people stories. Now, no more those people. For example, even Buddha, who is very powerful, now no more. You can see ending point. If so, it is impermanence. Some countries in the Buddha time, like Varanasi or Savatthi, now no more. So there is ending point. So maybe our grandmother previously had, now no more. So it is ending point. By seeing ending point, we can reflect nature, impermanence. For example, now we are like 40 to 50 years. Another for 50 years, it is ending point. So you try to see how great you are. Another maybe 40 years only. So it is ending point. So by seeing that, surely impermanence. So some country very great. They have an ending point. Even in the world, one day will destroy. So because of this, everything we have, there is ending point. We can easily understand. Maybe you may have a black hair. There is ending point. Beautiful teeth have an ending point, but the black hair is maybe able to restart. Restart. So no need to attach too much on the black hair. So certain period only will stay. Only if you don't see far, okay, can enjoy. But if you are a bit knowledgeable, literally want to see far. If so, there is an ending point. Beautiful teeth, black hair, will end soon. So by seeing those ending points, you should reflect on nature, impermanence. If so, you may not attach much. If so, you can accept a changeable nature. So for the practitioner, like Vipassana practice, they can see very, very shortly, even within 1 second, it is changing in the body and mind. Very much changing, always changing. So this flower going to change without. So, but we cannot see. Little far we can see. Tomorrow you cannot see. May not be the same as today. It is not suddenly changing. Every second, every minute, changing. Like that. These days in the calendar. It is changing. Actually, it is your lives. 1 day plus, 1 day minus. Like that. Actually, it is our lives. Our materialities, mentalities. Shorter. So, going to ending point. Actually, every second, every minute, there is an ending point. So, the old one disappear, new one come up. Why new one come up? Because we eat food. We have a supply. So, now you eat after a few hours. This supply was gone. So, need to eat again. That's about the food-borne materiality. Temperature-borne, you have to stay another cold weather. In the same way, mind must be good. But karma is only producing, for some people, just 50 years. For some people, 100 years. Already fixed it. If your maintenance is good, can last according to karma. If your maintenance is not good, if you don't eat good food, so it can be shorter. Tomorrow also can go. So, like that, every second there is ending point about this body. But you may not be able to see if your knowledge is not sharp. But at least you may be able to see another 50, 40 years. It is my ending point. Everything you collect, family, money, education, all left behind. Children who you love. So you will go alone. Actually very sad. But no one can escape. Many people before us, even one person, can be success. So in the same way, people in the future will be the same things. So it is the ending point. You need to see ending point for our life, for our things. This flower very beautiful, but after 2 or 3 days later, it will gone. Everything the same like this. So we collect education, families, properties, even our own bodies. So everything in the world have this nature, have an ending point. Because of this, trying to see that, trying to reflect our mind or our knowledge, trying to reach that nature again and again to understand impermanence. So it is knowledge, it is a right view, should arise again and again within our mind. So it is the way of seeing for the liberation. If you try to see in this way again and again, your mind, your knowledge will reach, which is permanent. It is we call Nibbana. So Nibbana. So another definition is there is a beginning point, there is ending point. Two things. So someone give a birth, reborn in a human life. You may say happy birthday. Happy birthday. It is a beginning point. By seeing beginning point, you can think before there is no one, now come new one. So before don't have. It means no permanent, no start to appear only. So later, after 100 years, we passed away. So there is a beginning point, there is an ending point. So by seeing that, you should reflect nature, impermanence. So we need to understand that. If I understand, we are no worry. For example, someone was born after that time. Why you happen? Not happen. Do you surprise? We're not surprised. It is nature. If you are not yours. If you think it is your relatives, well, they suffer. It is not fair. So, because of attachment, the same thing happening. Other people die, no problem. But if we die, very big problem. Nobody can teach to stop crying. So, because of attachment, actually the nature is very clear, but our knowledge very like children, so very low. So because of this, need to the Buddha way to reflect about the things, impermanence. Okay, next one, Bloka door. Next way to see. Bloka is being destroyed, being damaged. So this body is being damaged, being destroyed. So damaged what? With the sickness, oldness, and death. Slowly, our body is weaker. So it is damaging. So older. So later we die. So it is damaging, destroying, need to reflect. So to remove attachment. Normally we attach our body so much. It is not good. Because this body, reality is it is changeable, it is damaging. But we want to love. So nature, our attitude is different. So we are very dependent on changeable things. So that then we dependent on that is not stable. So better not to dependent. But it is not easy. So but I have a way, the Buddha's way. You need to reflect. Bloka. It is being destroyed, being damaged. If so, whenever you think in this way, knowledge arising, knowledge is reaching on the reality. So if it is improved, the mind will reach to the liberation. So which is not damaged. Not damaged. Like for the Sotapanna, you can see every time Nibbana. It is not damaging. Okay, next one is Chalato. Chalato is you need to see lives as a fickle, shaking, unstable. As a instability. So everybody want to be stable. We prepare very much from younger time. We have to go to school by crying. So we don't want to school. Want to stay with the parents, but I cannot stay. Why? Why you have to go? Very young, you have to go to school. So maybe to be stable in life. So after learning, we have to earn economy, have to earn money, maybe to be stable. You may have money or not money, not yet stable yet. My body is older, weaker. Have to go to doctor, have to check every 6 months. So some people about the leg problem, in the leg have a problem. No more go walking. Some people I'm broken already with the thick glasses. So start to change. Some people hearing is not good. Some people have broken teeth. So because of this, about the sickness, aging, death, our life is not stable, unstable. Although we try very much, no one can be stable. So in the same way, things changeable, everything, house, cars, flowers, everything, according to their lifespan, aging, sickness, and death have this nature. Because of this, it is not stable, unstable. So we need to reflect. This body or things, it is not stable. It is changeable. So another definition is because of gain and lose, etc. Because of widely conditions. Whoever stays in the world, sometimes you may gain, sometimes you may lose. Once we gain, we are happy. Education is good, earning money, it's very good working, so happy. But sometimes lose, very sad. So less or much, we have to encounter this instability. Lava alapa. Next one is yasa ayasa. Sometimes we have to stay with the followers, with the groups, with the friends, families. In the beginning of my life, I have a teacher, grandma, father, uncles who take care of me. So after certain age, when teacher was gone, very sad. In the same way, grandma, father, so no more. Later, parents, no more. Maybe later, elder brothers, no more. So someone are independent very much. They can take care much, but one after another, it lose. So because of this, sometimes we have to stay with our friends, companies. Sometimes we lose. Older, if you are long life, luckily lonely is quite lucky. It is you are last one. If you are not lucky, you will go earlier. So you may hear someone approach two teachers for the blessing. One teacher say, "May you be happy, may you be long life, may you be healthy, wealthy." It is a blessing. So one of us, it's a blessing. It's not like that. He gave us one letter to hang in your house. So hang house. Letter is like that. First of all, grandfather and mother will die. Second, father, mother were dead. Third, you yourself were done. Third, your children were done. Why your blessings all done? You see how blessed it is. Grandmother died fast. That is systematically all your long life. All your long life. If some, not long life, maybe children may die fast. It is not blessing. So, yeah, if you left alone, no friends, it is actually lucky. Because of this, sometimes we have to be alone. So once we are alone, we are not happy, very lonely for the normal people if we don't practice. But who you reflect about the changeable things, already understand. Yeah, may not be so happy, but may not be so sad. Your mind is quite stable. Not because of conditions, because of knowledge. Knowledge make a balance. So conditions are not balanced. Sometimes with the friends, sometimes alone. But if knowledge will adjust to balance. So next one is named up the son. Being blamed, being praised. So whoever stays in the world, sometimes blamed by other people. Some people sometimes blamed by, praised by other people. So if we encounter those things, our mind is changed normally, unstable. Once the other people praise, happy, although it is not real, nice to hear, want to hear. So once the other people blame, we are sad. But it can be for the people who stay in the world. So another one is happiness and suffering. Sometimes we are happy, sometimes we suffer. Normally it is unstable. Once conditions go, we are happy, okay, but condition no go, become suffering. So it is unstable. So because of worldly conditions, eight kinds of Dhamma, our life is changeable, unstable. So because of this, life is unstable. The same as impermanence. If so, it is a knowledge, it is a right view, right thought. Thinking in this way is right effort. Keeping on those thinking is right concentration, right remembrance, samadhi. It will lead to nibbana, which is stable. So, so about these eight kinds of worldly dhamma, gain and lose. When the friends are lonely, blamed, praised, happiness and suffering. So whoever stay in the worldly conditions may encounter in the world may encounter these conditions. So sometimes the bodhisattva use to reflect these things. In the life, sometimes we cannot solve problems. There are many problems we cannot solve. Only a little we may be able to solve. It is also not finally solve we're having gain. So bodhisattva is a knowledgeable person, normally very lucky one, have strong efforts to do something. But sometimes problem is bigger than him. Only he has to reflect worldly conditions, gain and lose, being blamed and praised, happiness and suffering. Those are may encounter. Only have to reflect, cannot solve problems. Just trying to calm the mind. So sometimes we cannot solve a problem, but good people may try to calm the mind, trying to face that only can do. If not knowledgeable, cannot solve a problem, or together with the worry. Okay, next one is Bhāpin-gudo. Bhāpin-gudo is perishable or fragile. So this body is fragile, perishable. You should reflect. So why you have to say fragile? There are two definitions. One thing is it is destroyable because of others' effort. Although you think I'm great, strength, once other people beat, shoot one time, we're done. Not so great. So because of other people's effort, we can die. Although we think we're a very strong person or like that, not really. Not really. It is destroyable because of this. It is fragile. Okay, other people will not beat you, will not harm you. Sometimes people do own self. Some people jump from the high building. They can die with their own efforts. So suicide. So very easy to die, very fragile. So okay, other people also will not harm you, will not harm your own self. We will keep but that way, it itself. It itself also may not last a long time. So it itself also can spoil, can destroy. So because of this, because of own efforts, because of others' efforts, although it itself can be spoiled anytime. So by knowing that, we should reflect. This body is a Bhāpin-gudo, fragile. Okay, if so, it is knowledge. It is a practicing. So next one is Adhuvato. During, no fun, unstable, quite similar. So because of this is an explanation of nature, quite similar, but using many words. Some words may go into your heart, your understanding. So somehow you may feel the same things. Okay, why they have to say Adhuva? Not fun. So any age, we can die as a people. So about the death, very sure one cannot be 200 years. But about the life, can I alive about 10 years? Not so sure. 1 year? Not so sure. 1 month? Some are not 1 month. After giving birth, a few days, they were done. So about the being alive, we are not sure in any age. Because of this, it is not firm, unstable. So 1 day also can die. 1 month the child also can die. So about the future, we are not sure how many years we will be alive. So because of this, it is not firm, unstable. Another definition is there is nothing which is stable in the body. So we have this big body. So where is it stable? Any part, we can have a disease. How about skin? Skin can have a disease. Flesh, sinew, bone, bone marrow, any part. This part is very stable. We cannot see. No part which is stable. So, for example, in a tree, we have a hardwood inside, quite strong. You can say it is stable, but not really. Just an example. But for the body, even in one part, we don't have. No need to show doctor. So now it is many specialists. I'm specialist, ear specialist, maybe nose, tongue, everything. So later will be more. So in one part, have a lot of problems. So even one part, there is no stability. So because of this, no farm, unstable. Need to reflect. Normally we think very great, very stable, especially some people, but not really. Later they will know. At that time they will cry, hopelessly. Hopelessly. So now we try to reflect earlier time. It is to be stable. So conditions are not stable. Only by knowledge we try to be stable. So next one is Viprinama Dhammato. Viprinama Dhammato is subject to change, transience. Let's say transience. Let's say changeable. So, okay, changeable, how to change? Here I mentioned in two ways. By aging. One is by aging, one is by death. So, changeable, not good to go to situation. Changeable, older. Day after day, we are older. Less value, you know. So, every day going to death. In this way, changing. There is one story. So husband and wife, they get agreement. If someone passed away, reborn in some destination, come and tell. So it is a bodhisattva, like a Yasodhara to be. So they are queen king. So king passed away, reborn in the Devara. About the 7 years, human years, he forget. Because enjoying Devara. For the Devara of 7 years, just a few hours. They are very long life. So forget 7 years. Although you are missing your relatives who are departed, actually someone reborn there, forget about you. So after 7 years, he remembered his wife agreement. So he trying to teach his wife. So he pretended as a boy, one guy as a man, bringing one golden cup full of jewel. So persuade the lady, if you were married to me, I will give this golden bowl. I'm not interested in anyone except my husband who passed away. So at that time he went back. The devil went back. Next time he came again. So he came with a silver cup full of jewel, trying to persuade the lady. If you married me, I will give this silver cup. So that time, the lady rejects. That time, the devil come with a copper cup full of jewel. So other lady asked, you are different from other people. Other people to persuade someone or ladies, you should do better and better. No, you are not like that. First of all, golden cup. Second, silver cup. Third, copper cup. Why you do like that? You see, human bodies are older and older. Human bodies. Possibly you may be white with golden cup. Rather not. Your appearance or everything are changing. So why they do silver cup? So because of this, I do like that. So other times, oh, you are constrained. Who you are? where do you come from? Actually, I'm Deva, you are ex-husband, I'm reborn there. How about that Deva? Devas are not like that. Devas are not aging. The same form all the time. Appearance is not changing. So, very long life. So if you want to reborn, you relinquish your jobs and stay in the garden, practice Dharma. So he teaches. The lady also take current instruction. Yes, it is a wonderful nature. We are slowly about the body conditions, less and less worth. So transience, changing is by aging and by death. So older and older, nearer and nearer to die. It is a reality. So you may not want to think, first must think. If you don't think, lately you must think this one. At that time, no time to prepare. So if you think earlier, at that time will be stable, because you already think. So because of this, you need to reflect as a transience. Life or everything in the world is a changeable and transient. Need to have such knowledge. So, if you think about the education or money, it is also something we have some benefit, not the way to liberation. If you want to go to liberation, if you really want to get freedom, independence, you must think in this way. So, although you have a good education, money, family members, not your independence, not your freedom, because attaching into the body, dependent on the body or family or money, those are unstable. So once those things are changing, it will be affected to your mind. So because of this, if someone really want to have freedom or independence, you must think this way. So like Arahanta, not dependent on anything in the world, even the body. So whatever happening in the body or whatever happening in the world, their mind is not changeable because they don't depend on anything in the world. So we need to go that way by reflecting these things. So next one is asaraka. Asaraka is careless, no essence. No essence. We call normally sara as essence. For the body, similar idea like in the tree, there is a hardwood inside, in the middle of tree. That is what we call sara, essence. Hardwood is usually useful, lasts a long time, seem to be permanent. So, but means in this body there is no hardwood, no essence, no hard ones in this body. Why you say? Because of very weak. Very weak. Very weak means strong one, will not spoil itself. But this body will spoil itself. Although no one harm you, this body will spoil itself. It means very weak. Even own self can spoil. So because of this body is no essence, no hard, no tough. So next one is Pikuya Sukha Benjaniya Daya. Easy to spoil like soft wood. In the trees, beside the hardwood, there is a soft wood. You cannot do it as a timber because it is very easy to spoil. Only hardwood is useful. So like a soft wood, very easy to spoil. Even a mosquito, you need to be afraid. Or the mosquito can kill human. So So Indonesia banned forest. So smokes are coming. So you need to pray. So it means no harm. Very easy to swallow. So next one is Vibhavato. Vibhavato is extinguishable nature of loss. Nature of loss. So nature of loss means cannot increase, have a decrease, nature of decreasing. So to increase, if something to increase, you have this one, you add another one, you add another one, like that. It will increase. But our body nature is one arise, the other one arise, and the other one disappear. Rise and disappear again. Arise and disappear again. Like that. So no increase. So we eat a lot. We have eaten a lot of things. Many vegetables, many pounds of rice, but the body about this size. Because of something arise, was going again. So no increasing. So mine also you learn a lot. Chitta, you have learned. Cettasika, you have learned. All memory was gone. So the same things. So have the nature of loss. The nature of loss. And so we add but the previous one was gone. So it is the nature of loss. So we find we eat one from another. Body is this size. If older, smaller, like in the same way, mentality also. We market these things, after that loss. How many change? Don't know. Forget already. How many changes? So it is the nature of loss. The nature of loss. So in Singapore, you buy a car. Okay. Next, after 10 years, you may add another car, but the older one cannot use anymore. Car only can be used 10 years in Singapore. If you can add another, maybe after 10 years, you can be 2 cars, but the older car cannot use. So it is the nature of loss. One add, but the other one disappear. Something like that. So it is one definition. Another definition is there is a causes of this body, especially craving around you. Craving around you. Main causes of this body is craving around you. Around you is we hold this body as me or my body. It is around you. Because of this around you, we have a craving attached this body. So whatever we do become karma. Will reborn a new life. So the body, the cause of this body is one thing is around you. 2:30, 3:30 for Andika. Time is up. Okay. We should stop. Okay, so we'll finish this one. So even in the cause of this body have a nature arising and perishing. So it is a father. Even a father arising have the nature of arising and perishing. So the son will have this nature. Because of this, it is have the nature of loss. The nature of loss. So you should reflect. Okay, about here. So you mark we are here. Next day we will continue to teach. You should not lose so fast. Okay. So is there any question? I would like. Camera. Idame punyam Nibbanasa Achayo Hodu Mama Punya Bhagam Sava Satanam Ajemi Esabe Esamam Punya Bhagam Lavandu Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu